This story begins with a boy named Himura walking on the road. A girl named Kaoru stops him and says that she knows he is Hitokiri Batosai. She started attacking him, but he was resisting, and he suddenly fell and got his head bumped. She was shocked, and he said he was just a wanderer. She asked him why he had the sword he showed her, and it wasn't the blade to cut anyone. She also didn't smell any kind of blood sent out of it. Suddenly they heard a whistle, and she ran there. The police were fighting with a giant man. Kaoru tried to attack him but got injured. The giant was about to attack her, but someone saved her, and he was Himura. More officers came for rescue and the giant said he was Batosai and ran. Kaoru tried to catch him, but Himura stopped her and put her on his shoulder. She was angry, and he told her that she was injured, and she needed first aid. Now he took her to her dojo. Kihei was band-aiding her, and Himura was looking around. She told him that the dojo was running pretty well, but when this Batosai appeared everyone started preventing us. That's why she wanted to remove the fear of Batosai from the city and make people believe in her institute. But he told her that when you know the opponent is strong, then it is meaningless to fight. She told him that she couldn't sit like this because her late father created this martial arts institute. He was the one who called this swordsmanship a life-saving and protective skill. Nobody can insult him by spreading bad rumors about this martial skill. She told him that he had died in a battle but didn't waste his skill. He told her to take care of her wound and told her that it meant less to protect the martial arts at the cost of her life because her father didn't even imagine putting his daughter in danger for just martial arts, and he left. Kihei told her that she didn't have to be that open in front of others. Now and the next day she was walking in the market and she saw people gathering. When she went there, he was Himura. Police were holding him because he had a sword. Kaoru tried to make them understand, but Kihei bribed them and they left. Kaoru asked Himura what he was doing there, and he asked her what happened to the roadside killer. She told him that she doubted the dojo in the neighborhood town because the tutor there also had a good height. Kihei left because he had some household work to do. She offered Himura to stay at her place because he was a wanderer, but he said he'd come back after a day. He was about to leave, but she stopped him and apologized to her last night behavior, but he teased her. Now Himura went to the neighborhood town and visited the dojo. There were a lot of bad guys. On the other side, Kihei showed Kaoru the documents of her place selling. She was shocked. Kihei said he only needed her stamp to make it official, and suddenly Hiruma came. She was shocked. He wasn't alone. Himura was also killing them. She tried to attack Hiruma, but he resisted and held her. Kihei took her blood stamp of her, and Hiruma was about to attack her, but one of his men came and died instantly. He was Himura, and he told them to leave, but Hiruma said if he wanted to live long then he must leave. Himura said the girl's perspective to protect the world is good and they had to respect it. They attacked him and he resisted it very well and attacked them back. They were shocked because he was the real Batosai. Now Himura and Hiruma were in front of each other. Hiruma tried to attack, but Himura attacked him back and Hiruma failed. Kihei was already lost. Himura tore the transfer documents and said goodbye to her. He was about to leave, but she stopped him and asked him to stay here. He said it was a golden chance for her to clean her name, but she turned and said he had helped her a lot and she'd like it if he'll stay here with her, and he agreed. Now it's been a week, but no student has returned to the dojo and Kaoru was angry. Himura was doing household work. Now they were walking and suddenly a young boy named Yahiko bumped into Himura. Kaoru stopped him because he was a pocket picker, but Himura gave his purse to him and said you might need it more. They were leaving and Yahiko threw the purse and said he wasn't a beggar who needed his help or charity. Yahiko left and now they started moving. Himura was enjoying himself and Kaoru wondered why a strong man like him had to spend his life as a wanderer. Kaoru asked him to do some groceries and he left without any arguments. Suddenly a carriage stopped her and asked her the route. She guided him, and they left. She was wondering to see that carriage in the city for the first time. On the other side, Yahiko faced two men. One of them tortured him and said they wanted the money till the evening, otherwise they would cut him apart. Suddenly Kaoru saw people chasing after something. He was Himura, and some soldiers were holding him. Yahiko was also there. Suddenly the lieutenant came and the officer told him that they could sort out the matter. But the lieutenant injured him and after ignoring him started provoking Himura to fight, but he wasn't replaying him with anger. Suddenly Kaoru came and the lieutenant tore her hair ribbon. The lieutenant told Himura if he did not attack him back then he would cut Kaoru into pieces because he had the authority to do that. The public was also angry about his statement, but the lieutenant ordered his soldiers to kill the public if they tried to disturb them. Himura got angry and said to the lieutenant that if he tried to touch Kaoru or the public then he'd cut him. On the other side, the visitor was sitting with the chief and saying that he was searching for Hitokiri Batosai, and the chief told him that recently someone tried to scare people with a fake identity of Tosai, but someone taught them a good lesson. Suddenly a soldier came and told the chief about the fight between a random boy with the lieutenant. The chief was shocked because the lieutenant wasn't a normal soldier, he was a member of the world's greatest armies. The soldier told him that the boy had killed all the soldiers. On asking, he started telling them about his getup, and when he said the killer had a cross mark on his face, the visitor got shocked. Himura was fighting with a soldier and the visitor reached there. He was shocked to see Himura's speed. Now Himura and the lieutenant were in front of each other. He attacked him with his full power, but Himura resisted it very well and defeated him with one attack. The visitor praised his attack. Himura called him Yamagata and complimented his mustache. When Kaoru heard Yamagata, she was shocked because he was the chief of the world's strongest army, and he offered Himura to go with him. But Himura refused him and said he wanted to spread protection with his sword, not fear or power. They were about to leave, and Yamagata told him that he couldn't do anything with a single sword. At this time he had to join some powerful team. But Himura turned, placed his hand on Kaoru's shoulder, and said he had turned into a wanderer, and he didn't need power because the time had not changed at all. Now they were walking, and he apologized to Kaoru because her ribbon had been ruined because of him. But she told him to do his household things and started walking. Yahiko was thinking about Himura's fighting skills. He suddenly saw a purse. Himura was doing work and sought his wallet and thought about Yahiko. Himura believed that Yahiko would grow into a sensible samurai, and Yahiko returned the purse to the lady. Now he was at a riverside and was trying to practice swordsmanship. Suddenly the bad guys came and asked him for money, but Yahiko told them that he wanted to leave this pocket picking, and he started torturing him, but Yahiko was determined on his decision. Kaoru was walking and she saw them doing so. Now they took Yahiko to their boss and he started brainwashing him to keep on pocket picking, but Yahiko didn't agree, and the men started torturing him. A man started mouthing about his parents, that his father was poor and after his death, his mother sold her in a red light area. He got angry and bit his third leg. He told him that his father was a brave soldier who died in a battle and his mother did everything to grow him up but died. The man was about to attack him, but suddenly Himura came and asked for Yahiko. The man was about to attack, but Himura defeated him. The boss was shocked and allowed him to take Yahiko with him. When he asked Yahiko, he didn't agree, but he took him with him. The boss was shocked that Himura was a real manslayer. He was totally wet with sweat. Yahiko wasn't happy. He was crying because he wanted to protect his parents' grace under any circumstances. That's why he wanted to be a strong man. Now Himura took him to the dojo and Kaoru was worried about Yahiko. Himura told them that Kaoru would be Yahiko's teacher and would teach him martial arts, but he called her old hag, and she wasn't ready to teach him. The next day Kaoru tried to teach Yahiko, but he wasn't ready, and they again started fighting. Himura was watching them. Suddenly she remembered that one day many guys came for martial arts, but Himura told them that he'd never teach them, and they all left. Now she was very mad at him, but he told her that teaching someone slowly would help her a lot instead of getting a large number suddenly. He told her to teach Yahiko, but they were again in the same mood. Now she was searching for him and started talking about Yahiko's bad manners. He heard that and threw his shoe because he was on the rooftop. She told him to take the class, but he wasn't ready. Suddenly they heard someone scream for help. When she checked, they were Hira and Sato, her old students. Some guys were after them. She defeated them and asked what the matter was. They told her the situation and more guys came. She took them inside and said she'd save them at any cost, but Yahiko told her it was their fight and they had to face it on their own. But she didn't agree with him. He told her that Hira and Sato weren't innocent, and when she asked them, they also said the same. Himura was out for groceries. The bad guys attacked them, and she told them that she'd fight with them. The opponent was very confident about their weapons, so they again attacked and came inside. She told them that she'd hand over herself to them in return for Sato and Hira, the opponent, agreeing on that. They had bad intentions. He was about to touch her, but Yahiko kicked him and said he'll never let this happen. Suddenly Himura came and told them to leave. Now they were against each other. They fired at him, but he cut the bullet in 2 pieces, and they left. Now Himura told Hira and Sato to leave and don't hold swords again. Kaoru told them to get a checkup from a doctor and they left. Now she was sad, and Himura told her that she had to cheer up. Yahiko came and told her that she didn't look pretty with that face. He tried to cheer her up and asked her to teach him martial arts, and she was very happy to hear that. Himura was also happy to see that. What will happen next in this story? Subscribe to the channel for the latest updates.